Most people don't even realize that they're secretly doing things every single day that's actually lowering their vibration, which is actually blocking the love and abundance that they're dreaming of from coming through. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to raise your vibration with some simple, proven daily habits. By the end of the video, you'll know exactly how to raise your vibration and shift your energy in minutes, which is going to bring that love and abundance. So before we kick off, let me give you a very simple definition of vibration. So when we talk about vibration, we're talking about that invisible signal that you're giving off to the world. That signal is so important because it really does dictate what comes to you. So when you've got a low vibration, you're going to feel low, you're going to feel insecure, you're going to feel stuck. You're going to just feel like you can't seem to get hold of the things that you're wanting to achieve in life. Compare that to when you've got a high vibration, you're going to feel confident, you're going to feel magnetic, you're going to feel that you're able to achieve everything, and you're going to realize that the things that you're wanting to achieve in your life, it's going to turn up effortlessly. By the way, I'm Rita. My channel is dedicated to helping you achieve love, success, and abundance from within. So, the first sneaky habit that's actually lowering your vibration, it's people pleasing. It's actually saying yes to people when you actually really want to say no. So when you're constantly putting the needs and wants of others above your own, you're actually draining a lot of energy. You're giving out that signal that you don't matter. You're not operating from your true, authentic self. Part of developing a high vibration means operating from your true, authentic self. Being brave enough to do that, even if, other people don't like it. That's part of life. They're also on their own journey, but you have to be true to yourself. And remember, to be true to yourself doesn't mean necessarily being rude. You can politely decline to do something. So, the second sneaky habit that's actually lowering your vibration is actually endless scrolling on social media. Have you done that recently? I bet you have. It's not just the endless scrolling. It's scrolling and then comparing your life to others. It's seeing other people living out the desires that you want, or the desires that you don't feel confident enough to achieve, or you don't feel worthy enough to achieve, and asking yourself, why them and not me? Sometimes even feeling negativity towards them because you perceive that they have what you want and it's out of reach for you. That is an energy vampire, and that is one of the fastest ways to lower your vibration. So a few ways that you can change this. Number one, you can actually be mindful of the content that you're looking at on social media. If it's negative or it's triggering to you, you might need to ask yourself the question, why am I watching this? What am I actually getting from it? Second of all, you need to be in a state where when you're looking at people that has the things that you aspire to, see that as a positive rather than a negative. So if they can get it, why can't you? It's more proof that if that person can get that particular thing, so can I. So use it as your inspiration and use it to ask yourself some questions. How can I get to that particular thing that I'm wanting to desire? So the third sneaky habit that's actually lowering your vibration is actually negative self-talk and just replaying things that didn't quite go your way in your mind. So what happens when you do that? When you're replaying these old patterns and scenarios in your head that didn't quite go your way, and you're talking to yourself negatively about that, or why did I do that? That was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. I feel guilty about that. Remember, the thoughts are having an impact on your vibration. It's having an impact on the energy signals that you're giving out. And it's just going to continue to create those reoccurring negative patterns that you don't want to see. So just remember that the universe responds to the energy that you're giving out, not just what you're saying. So saying it to yourself internally is just as bad, if not worse, than actually speaking it out aloud, because you're still giving out that vibration. So how about moving from that negative self-talk to a bit of compassion for yourself and recognize that you have made mistakes, and shifting to what can I learn from that mistake, or how can I speak about myself more kindly and with more compassion. That's what you want to get to. That's so important, because negative self-talk, that can just be going on all day, every day, and it can become such a habit you don't even realize that you're doing it. So really pay attention to that one. So the fourth sneaky habit that's actually lowering your vibration is overgiving and not being open to receiving. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? You would think that giving is good, and you're probably asking yourself, well, if I'm giving to people and I'm giving to others, how would that lower my vibration? So understand this. It's not the act of giving per se. It's when you're overgiving, you're not receiving anything back. That's creating an energetic imbalance. Think about it. You may be giving and somebody offers to help you, or somebody offers to do something nice for you. And how many times have you said, oh, it's okay, I'll just do it. Oh, don't worry about it. So many people are so closed off to receiving that it's become such a habit, and you probably wouldn't even realize it. Remember that developing a high vibration comes from mutual exchange. You are just as worthy of receiving as you are giving, and don't close yourself off from that. That's definitely an area that I've been working on in my life. I didn't even realize that I was doing it, to be honest. I've always been quite a natural leader in many areas of life, and I would always be the one happy to give. And if someone was like, oh, I can give you a hand with that particular thing, even say within the workplace, do you want a hand with that particular project? Or, oh, I can help you with that. I'll be like, oh, no, it's fine, I'll do it. But then you ask yourself, no one's saying you can't do it, but someone's offering to help you. They're offering to take the load off you. They're offering to make life a bit easier for you. Why would you say no to that? Why wouldn't you gladly and openly receive that? And that's definitely an area that I'm working on. If someone offers me something, I stop myself from automatically saying, oh, no, it's okay. I'll gladly now receive it, whether that be a compliment, whether that be an offer of help at home. I'm definitely in a space where I'm more open to receiving, and it's an ongoing thing. So just realize that you're not alone with this. We're all on the same journey, trying to become better and better at receiving. The fifth sneaky habit that's actually lowering your vibration is actually the lack of boundaries that you. So if you don't have any boundaries, let's think about these. What are you saying, not only to the universe, but to people who come into your experience? What are you saying to your spouse, your children, your work colleagues, your friends? If you don't have any boundaries and you allow people to speak to you in whatever way they want to talk to you in, you're constantly saying yes when you're actually wanting to say no. You won't allow yourself to receive anything from them. You're constantly giving. There's no cut-off line where you're going to be like, I'm not quite sure about that. You're just giving out this vibration to people. You're giving out this energy which says, I don't matter. I come last. I'm not important. You teach people how to treat you. And if you're constantly doing that and you're reaffirming that with people, sooner or later, people will continue to treat you in that way because it's what they've gotten used to. And energetically, when you're working on that particular frequency, more of that is going to be drawn to you. You're going to have more experiences. You're going to come across more people who are wanting to treat you in that way. It's going to reinforce in your head that you're not worthy, you should be last, you shouldn't look after yourself. And it's really important to just break that loop and start very small. And remember, you are important. You don't need to leave yourself till last. You shouldn't leave yourself till last. You should be tending to your own self first before other people. Tend to your own vibration first, and then that puts you in a better state to be able to be more to other people, give more to other people. By the way, check out the description box for this video. There's a couple of goodies in there. So on the one hand, you can get instant access to my free manifestation roadmap, which is a step-by-step interactive workbook, which is brilliant, and it really gives you some real good guidance on how to align your energy so you can draw in love, abundance, wealth, and really find your purpose, completely free. So check that out. And then there's also a link to my 30-day manifestation course. Again, it's a really great course, even if I do say so myself. It follows my signature glow method. That's the framework that I use to teach you how to manifest your desires in 30 days. No forcing, no hustling, no guessing. Go through that 30 days, and at the end of it, you'll come out a new person. So check that out. So I'm going to give you a few more tips now on how you can actually raise your vibration. So starting off with your mindset. So remember, everything is mental. Everything starts in the mind, and that's where we're going to start shifting these habits so you're actually able to raise your vibration. So the first thing is kick off the morning with some affirmations. Remind yourself, I'm worthy, I'm magnetic, I'm able to achieve my desires. Whatever that desire is that you're wanting to achieve, tell yourself, give yourself those affirmations. Say often enough and you'll believe it. Just as you've probably said that negative self-talk so many times that you believe it now as second nature. Let's start changing that. Let's start talking about some things that are good. Let's start thinking about some things that you want to be programming into your mindset. So just say one out loud now. My signature one is, I am worthy. I am worthy. Just say it out loud now, whatever comes to your mind. Let that be one of your affirmations. Start from today, continue moving forward. Second of all, listen, I swear by this, your gratitude list. Make sure you've got your gratitude list going on. I'll tell you something now. If there's one thing that I would say is an absolute must, you've got to make gratitude second nature. It's non-negotiable. It's got to be second nature to you. You've got to be giving thanks to the universe for all the good things that you have going on right now. And if you're telling me you can't come up with anything to write on the gratitude list, that sums it all up. That's a big part of you that you need to actually change. Start off small. Every night before bed, I want to see you writing down 3 things that you're thankful for. 3 things that you're thankful for. You should be able to go up to 10 and beyond. But if you're starting out and it's something new for you, you might be a little bit stuck. Just start off with 3 things that you're thankful for now. I love doing my gratitude journaling, and I do that every single day. It's just a reminder that, you know what, right? Even though you want to work toward things, there's so much that you can already be grateful for. And that was a game changer for me. And I would recommend that to anybody. So get your gratitude list going today and keep that going. The next hack in terms of raising up your vibration is you've got to embody that person who you want to become. So if you're wanting to raise up your vibration, that's already telling me that you're not operating at your optimal level. So therefore, embody the person that you want to become. So what did I just say to you? When I'm working on myself, one of the things that I always do is my gratitude list. And when I do that, that helps me to embody that happy, grateful person that's able to receive love, abundance, just all the good things in life, and embody that person. What does that person say? How do they carry themselves? What are the boundaries that they set? What kind of self-talk do they have? What are their normal daily routines? How do they dress? All these kinds of things. Start embodying now that person who you want to be, because the version of you that has a higher vibration is not the version of you that's listening to this video right now. It can't be. Because you have to transform yourself in order to raise up your vibration. So therefore, you need to ask yourself, okay, if I'm talking negatively to myself, and I know that that's draining and it's not making me feel good, the version of you that embodies a person with higher vibration, shows themselves more compassion, speaks to themselves nicely, forgives their mistakes that they make, lets go of any guilt that they're feeling towards themselves. So, do you hear what I'm saying? Embody the person with that higher vibration. The next hack that I'm going to talk to you about in terms of raising up your vibration now is energy. So, remember, your vibration, right, is an energetic signal that you're giving off. So therefore, remember, sometimes energy within the body becomes stagnant, you know. It just becomes stagnant from everyday life. You might not be moving enough. You might be stuck at a job where you're sitting at a desk all day. You're not really moving. You're not really getting out and about. The energy becomes stagnant in the body. So get up and move. Just go for a walk. Do you know what I mean? Get up in your house and do 10 star jumps if you need to. Get the energy moving in your body. That's just a great way to shift the energy, get it circulating in your body, get it refreshed. And with that said, it also ties into being out in nature. When you're out in nature, nature itself has such a strong vibration that's linked to universal energies. Well, I suppose nature is part of universal energies. So when you're out in that peace, you know, that calm, you're out in a green space, or, you know, you take your shoes off and you're grounding your energies and you're walking bare feet on grass, you're connecting back to universal energies, and that is good for restoring the energy in your body and just giving it a bit of a refresh. So a few extra tips when it comes to raising up your vibration in terms of embodiment. Just remember that it's okay to say no sometime. Just say no if you don't want to do something. Even start with one little thing which you know is quite draining. Remember, if you're talking about energy and the body and how that relates to vibration, you really can't ignore what you're putting into your body. You can't ignore the food that you're eating, the routines that you're having. You know, are you getting exercise? Are you sleeping good enough? All of that, you can't ignore that. You know what I mean? It might not be the thing that people talk about most often, but it's really important. So just have a think about that. What are the routines that you have? What are the foods that you're eating? Even if you can just pick up on one little thing in each area that you can improve or revise. Just start small, but just start. Any change is better than no change at all. And another thing that's really helpful is mirror work. So this doesn't have to be anything grand. Most people probably look at a mirror at least once per day. Probably more often, but at least once per day, most people, you know, are going to look in the mirror. So just look in the mirror and look in your eyes and just say something nice to yourself. Just give yourself a compliment. Tell yourself you're beautiful, I love you, you're worthy. Just say something nice to yourself in the mirror whilst looking into your own eyes. Again, make this a regular thing to start embodying the person that you're wanting to become. What I want you to do is comment below, what are one of those sneaky habits that you're doing that I've mentioned earlier that was secretly lowering your vibration that you're now going to quit? What are one of the hacks that I've mentioned that you're actually going to start embodying now and you're going to start taking on board from today? Comment below and let me know. Share this video with somebody. The likelihood is you're going to know somebody who needs this information and who's trying to work on themselves, who's trying to become better, mentally stronger. Share this video with them and I'll see you in the next one.